If you're anywhere near the Salton Sea in California, one place that you have to stop is Anza Borrego State Park. This park is big. In fact, it's the largest desert state park in the United States, and you will want to plan on staying at least a couple of days here. We were limited by a severe winter storm coming in, and unfortunately, we only got to explore Sheep Canyon, Ocotillo Flats, and the desert gardens. The RV parking situation at the visitor center wasn't very clear. Important when you have a rig of 60 feet or more. And by the way, there is no free parking at the visitor center. And just a suggestion, but maybe the park, they could use some of those fees, just a little bit of them, to trim the trees in the parking lot. Just saying. We found the staff here to be ambivalent, minimal interest, or so it seemed. Maybe, though, it's just been a long day. I don't know. But the map and the exhibits, they were interesting. A display of area wildlife, fossils like this mammoth skull, and a description of the plants found in the park. One thing to note, there was a sign indicating the presence of mountain lions, and I would have liked to have seen one, but I had to settle for this display. Outside, there is a mapped walkway through a collection of plants which have ID tags on them, and a couple of pools with desert pumpfish, just like Death Valley. And walking through the garden, we found this diamond cholla, some barrel cactus, teddy bear cholla, and this ocotillo, which is actually a tree and not a cactus. The skies, they were threatening rain the whole time, and that just gave us a neat view on the place. After the visitor center, we found Palm Canyon Trail and hiked it out for a couple of miles or so. There were warnings that the trail is hot and dry, and you are advised to carry water. Thankfully, though, today was cool and overcast. The trail was lined with these flowering shrubs. I think it's desert lavender. They were slightly fragrant, but nice to find in December. After the hike, we went to check out Goleta Meadows, or the gardens as they're called. Watch out for this giant scorpion and the other giant creatures that are here. They're really neat. I'm just wondering if this grasshopper is going to get away in time. And look close at this fur on this giant sloth. This took some time. It's impressive. And then there's this neat dragon or serpent. This is only the head. The tail goes on for quite a ways. It even crosses the road. It's 350 feet long. And to think, this artist, he got started by accident. The state park had no RV sites that were available, and neither did the RV parks that were close by. This really is a popular place, so we chose to boondock it, and we're glad we did. The spot we found was the Peg Leg Smith area, and technically it's not the park, it's BLM land. Nothing here but vault toilets and peace, solitude. At least in December, anyway. This place was very quiet, very dark, and the other 3 rigs that were here, we didn't even know they were there. The wind and the rain really picked up after dark, but died down within a couple of hours, and we enjoyed a very peaceful night. And when we awoke the next morning, wow, there just aren't words to describe it or explain it. First, there was the view. The sunlit mountains framed by clouds, the desert still waking up in the morning shadows, and there was the slightest hint of a rainbow off in the distance. And something we have never experienced. The smell, a wonderful smell of a freshly painted desert, a mixture of fresh rain, earthiness, mesquite, creosote. It was powerful and wonderful. We were focused on the freshness, the smell, the rising sun through the distant rain, when Jill turned around and just exclaimed, "Wow, look at this rainbow." When I turned around, there was the biggest rainbow I have ever seen, a double rainbow, the biggest, brightest, most colorful rainbow I have ever seen in my entire life. Framed against dark rain clouds, it was brilliant. But the best was yet to come. Jill and I have never seen a rainbow that lasted more than 10 minutes or so, but this one seemed to be continuous, no matter where we drove through the desert, everywhere, and it continued for about 4 hours. That is not a joke or an exaggeration. It seemed unreal. And just for fun, we even drove toward the rainbow, which kept moving, of course, naturally, even through Goleta Meadows, until, strangely, we found the end of the rainbow in the middle of the desert at a sculpture of a monk, no less, walking through the desert. Fascinating. After the rainbow, we headed east into the rain and found another boondocking site in the Santa Rosa Mountains, Yaqui Pass Camp. On our next trip out west to Anza Borrego, we will keep this place in mind. It's boondock, for sure. Perfect, though, if you like solitude and dark skies. If you enjoy hiking, also check out hikerscentral.com. It shows a lot of nearby trails. Maybe we can explore them. And then the view. Along this road, it's just spectacular. Look out over the valley for miles. We kept finding sculptures like this elephant and this eagle all through the valley floor, scattered like Easter eggs. There are actually 130 of these sculptures by the artist Ricardo Breceda. Dennis Avery from the Avery label, Fortune and Family, he commissioned these works and put them on family land. The backstory is really neat. You should check it out if you plan on visiting. So, if you've been to Anza Borrego or parts nearby and know of something neat to see, please share them with us in the comments. We want to go back. We want to find the big orange sheep and hike some of the trails, maybe soon. And hopefully diesel will be under $6 a gallon by then. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and help our channel. Until next time, be safe, be kind, take care.